Hi boys and girls, Primary 6, you're doing page 37. It tells us at the bottom you're doing number properties sequencing. Okay, so basically a bit like problem solving that you've been doing recently, finding a pattern. Okay, so all you have to do is read what each person's saying and complete the task. So the first girl is saying start at 24, count on in sixes to 96. Okay, so what you have to do is write that all down on a piece of paper. Okay. So you start over here, you start with 24, and she's asked you to count on in sixes, add 6 until you get to 96. So 24 add 6 is 30, 30 add 6 is 36, add 6 again. Now if you're unsure of the 6 times table, because that's effectively what you're doing there, jumping in sixes is just the 6 times table. Say you get to 36 and you think, I don't know what comes next. All you have to do is add on 6. So 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Okay, add 6. You can do that easily even if you don't know your 6 times table, because you just add 6 onto the units there. Okay, your 10 stays the same. 6 add 2 is 8. Okay, and you do that all the way up to 96. Okay, again here, start at 3. Count on in 8s to 67. So we break that down and we think, okay, I start at 3 and I have to add on 8. I have to count in 8s all the way up to 67. So it's basically the 8 times table, but starting with a different number. So instead of starting at 0, 8, 16, 24, you're starting with 3. Okay, so 3 add 8 is 11. Add on 8 again is 19, all the way up. And again, if you get to a point where you can't do it mentally, you could do a sum on your whiteboard, or you can use your fingers to help you. So you complete them for all those people here. And then we have this teacher here, and he's written on his blackboard 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. And it says here, the rule for my number sequence is divide by 2 each time. So basically the pattern is dividing by 2, which is the same as half. Okay, so he's divided 128 by 2 and got 64, which means he halved it. So half of 128 is 64, half of 64 is 32, half of 32 is 16, half of 16 is 8, half of 8 is 4, half of 4 is 2, half of 2 is 1. Okay, so that was the pattern, the sequence. Sequence is just a fancy word for a pattern. Copy each sequence and write the next 4 numbers. So you only have to write the next 4 numbers here. 10, 25, 40, 55, and you have to write the next 4. So I would always start with the ones they've given us. 10, 25, 40, 55, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you have to find the next 4 numbers. So what I would think is, right, what is the difference between 10 and 25? What is the difference? That's what I would start with first. And I know it's 15. Adding 15. So now check, well, does that work for all of these numbers? If 25 add 15 give me 40? Yes, it does. And does 40 add 15 give me 55? Yes, it does. So then I can go ahead and work out my last 4 numbers. So what's 55 add 15? So that I think mentally, 5 add 5 is 0. Carry 1. Okay, and then I add on my 10s and I know I get 70. Okay, add on 15 again, gives me 85. Add on 15 again, all the way up. So what you have to do there is work out all the patterns. You do not have to answer question 3 at the moment. Okay, so do question 1 and 2. You can probably hear Martha crying in the background right now. Okay, you do not need to do question 3. So just go through these numbers and try and work out the pattern. If you get really stuck, you could use a calculator to help you. Okay.